Let's see whether or not Brian Hampton can take advantage of the inexperience. Stephon Hawkins, the man in motion, top of your screen. Take a look at the Mocs offense. Hudson, Smith, Goforth in the middle, Anderson and Null up front. Coleman, Patrick, Bagley, Hawkins, and Hill. And for the Blue Raiders on defense, Sorrells, Waldrop, Coulter, Bunch, joined by Nesmith, Hodges, Openkar, Collier, Stigl, Walker, and Darrell Love. A guy who was picked on quite a bit in that game by the Tigers of Tennessee State.
Yeah, it was, and Booch Donnelly told me this week, he said that's the one thing our defense cannot do is give up the big plays.
Play action. Hampton rolling right. Open downfield is Andre Anderson. And Anderson with a big gain. Just shy of the Blue Raider 30-yard line. Will be 1st and 10 for the Mocs.
Well, we mentioned about putting the ball in the air, and I think Buddy Green knows that's exactly what they need to do. Let's take a look at it again in slow motion. Nice roll here. Wide open. My goodness, I know Hampton got around the side of it and couldn't believe how wide open his man was. Big play for the Mocs.
1st and 10, the ball spotted at the Blue Raider 31-yard line. Anderson and Diageo in the eye behind Brian Hampton. Anderson comes in motion. The gig goes to the franchise, as they call him here, Diageo. And he hurdles his way forward to the 25-yard line. A pickup of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for Chattanooga.
Well, last week, Fron was the leading running back for UTC at 57 yards rushing. We've got a man down on the field. Couldn't quite pick up the numbers. He went down, didn't he?
Right now he's being attended to by the Middle Tennessee State training staff.
Looks like it might be Charlie Walker. Here we go again. Great angle here by our gang, and right up the middle. And it's 5 Charlie Walker.
It is Charlie Walker.
Yep. And not sure really what happened.
Well, there's a great crowd here at Chamberlain Field, you know, and there's a lot of excitement in Chattanooga with the new stadium just literally weeks away. And as Buddy Green told us before the game today, and again in his more than dual role with everything he handles around here on the campus at Chattanooga, that that is going to be one dynamite stadium. In fact, the NCAA 1AA championships will be held there this year in December '97 as well as '98, as Charlie Walker is now up on his feet.
You know, I think he's either got his bell rung a little bit there, or he might have got one of those stingers. Sometimes when these defensive backs come up and hit these big running backs, they catch them with the shoulder pads, and it just absolutely numbs one side of their shoulder all the way down your arm. And I'm not sure which one that it is, but hopefully we can find out quickly. But that's a good sign to see him walking off the field under his own power. We'll let you know what happened to him as quickly as we know.
So the Mocs offense, which started at their own 37-yard line, has its 2nd and 4. The ball at the 26 of Middle Tennessee State. Brian Hampton, a junior quarterback out of Atlanta, directing the attack. The give is to Fron Diageo. And he's a helmet-to-helmet type guy who's not afraid to put a stick on the defensive player coming up who makes the tackle. In this case, Darrell Love, number 18 of the Blue Raiders.
Well, you know what he's got to like, too, is look at the hole he's got to run through. My goodness, you know, you love seeing that. That's like the land of milk and honey when you run through that big a hole, and a back loves to see that. Great blocking by the offensive line.
So it's 1st and 10 for Chattanooga. The ball at the 18 of Middle Tennessee State. Diageo again, a gaping hole. And he's down to the 10-yard line.
I tell you, it's not good when you're free safety, cornerback, having to make a lot of tackles. That means they're getting through the line of scrimmage, and there's only one man to beat. And once again, it's Darrell Love who's going to have to make a tackle on Diageo. And here we go, right straight ahead. Nothing but a lead play right up the gut. And there comes your defensive back having to make a tackle. You don't like to see that if you're Middle Tennessee.
Well, Jamie Goforth, who anchors that line at center, has done a good job of blowing some people out, along with the rest of his line mates. The pitch goes to Diageo, and this time he is wrestled down by number 6, Tim Hodges. linebacker out of Portland High School in Portland, Tenn. But a flag dropped on that last play.
It's against the Mocs.
Holding the call given by our today's referee, Jim Jackson. Joined by Roger Pedrick, the umpire, Johnny Crawford, the linesman, Gene Hartlib, the line judge, the field judge, John Lane, side judges Mike Cullen, and Lee Dyer is the back judge, rounding out today's officiating crew.
I think you'll see Middle Tennessee trying to do a lot of things on defense today to try to keep UTC from running straight at them. You'll see them moving a lot of people. They really line up in what amounts to a wide tackle 6.
Second down.
Which obviously leaves it open for the passing game because you got so many people up in front of the football. But the wide tackle 6, you know, you got to get in the backfield with a wide tackle 6. See DeAnjou's numbers so far, 4 rushes, 27 yards. You like that. That's a nice little clip there. I'd take 7 yards a clip every time.
Not bad at all. So the walk-off moves it back to the 23-yard line. We're to 2nd and 15. And Hampton finds the man coming across on the slant pattern off the right side. Number 82, Jermaine Whipple. Whipple out of Warner Robins, Georgia.
Well, I'll tell you what, they had everybody out on the pattern except me and you. 4 wideouts on that play. And look, Hampton just drops back, and this is a drill city. Nice catch. He takes the stick and holds on to the football. You got 4 guys lined up wide. You got a good idea they're going to throw it, don't you think?
No question about that. And Brian looks very comfortable out there today, and of course he is settled in. After last week's outing, again a win, 13-10 over Tennessee Tech here at Chamberlain. The pitch goes to DeAnjou. And he's first met by number 1, Jeff Collier of the Blue Raiders defense.
Collier made the play. He strung out the sweep to this near side of the field and kept DeAnjou from getting outside. The contained man, he kept him from where he had nowhere to go. If you keep him from going outside of you, there's nowhere to go. He had to cut it back up, and there was just nowhere to go. Good pursuit on the inside by the rest of the Middle Tennessee defense.
Well, last week's game against Tennessee Tech, UTC converted just 3 out of 15 third down conversions, and they're going to go for it here. Buddy Green's offense. And it looks as though the Blue Raider defense a bit too chippy to get in there. And Hampton may have drawn him offside with a quick cadence.
I'll tell you what, that's a great idea there. UTC ran to the line of scrimmage and looked like they were trying to hustle to get a play off, and they got Middle Tennessee to jump.
By the defense, first down.
All right, let's join our guy on the sidelines today, Craig Cecil, for an injury update.
Thanks, Danny. We talked a bit about Charlie Walker, got hurt on that series. Talked to the Blue Raider training staff. They're going to hold him out 1 series. They say he just got his bell rung, nothing serious. He'll get back in. They're going to sit him out 1 series.
Well, we said it was one of the 2.
It is 1st and goal for the Mocs at the 6-yard line of MTSU. DeAnjou with the handoff. And the first guy to come up to get a hand on the jersey was Tim Hodges. Then a couple of the interior people, including Tommy Openkar, also in on the stop for MTSU.
You mentioned Hampton being comfortable now with the offense. Well, he comes from a football bloodline. His daddy played quarterback at the University of Georgia, and his granddaddy played at Georgia Tech. So, you know, he ought to be used to playing football. He ought to be brought up around it.
Well, and his dad was a longtime NFL official as well.
Sure was, yeah.
So he knows about those flags, too.
That's right. May know how to hide those flags.
2nd and goal. Just inside the 5 of the Blue Raiders. DeAnjou, touchdown, Chattanooga. And he made that one look easy, Chip.
Boy, he sure did. Nice hole again, but then he just bulled his way into the end zone. What an impressive drive by UTC to start the football game. Take a look at the touchdown again in slow motion from a great angle. Look at this little old trap play, and the guard comes through, hits a linebacker, and you know, big backs love when they just got to run over a safety.
Matt Vick with the point after attempt, and his kick is good. 7:09 left to go here in the opening quarter. From Chattanooga, the score, the Mocs 7 and Middle Tennessee nothing. We'll be back after this timeout.